Hey, welcome. So, have you ever felt like you're just stuck? You're reading all the self-help books, trying all the productivity hacks, and they all promise this huge change, but nothing really sticks. If that sounds familiar, you're in the right place. Today, we're talking about how to finally break free from all that noise and build a real system for original thinking. I mean, does this look familiar? It feels like we're literally drowning in an ocean of advice. You've got tips, tricks, five-step formulas for success coming at you from all sides. And you try to keep up, you really do, but it just leads to more confusion and this nagging feeling that you're somehow doing it all wrong. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not alone, not even close. So let's dive right into what's at the heart of the problem. You could call it a crisis of bad advice. The entire model we've been sold, just copy what successful people do. It's not just flawed, it's actually a recipe for failure. See, the whole self-help industry is built on selling this one big idea, the illusion of a shortcut. It tells you that you can just reverse engineer success by copying someone else's morning routine or their workout plan. But here's the thing, true mastery, that deep intuitive understanding that actually drives success, you can't just copy and paste that. It has to be built from the ground up. And this leads to a really important concept called borrowed beliefs. This is what happens when we memorize advice without ever really understanding it. It doesn't become a part of us. Instead, it just creates this noisy internal chatter in our heads that completely drowns out our own intuition, our own gut feelings. And the consequences of living like this? They're pretty serious. That internal chatter, it turns into a nasty inner critic, always judging you based on someone else's standards. Following all that generic advice, well, it just pushes you toward being average, not original. And worst of all, it makes you a slave to 1,000 different pieces of conflicting advice. And none of them are actually you. Okay, so if just copying other people is the problem, what on earth is the solution? Well, we don't just need better advice. We need a completely new mental operating system, and it's called the Framework of Understanding, or FOU for short. Think of the FOU as the foundational code for your mind. This isn't just another set of rules you're supposed to follow. No way. This is the system that you build for yourself from first principles. It's how you start to create order out of all that informational chaos, and how you make sense of the world on your own terms. And when you put it side by side with the old way of doing things, the difference is just stark. The old way is all about seeking shortcuts, which keeps you dependent, always looking for the next magic formula, feeling like you're broken and need to be fixed. The FOU, it does the exact opposite. It puts the power right back in your hands. It's not about fixing you. It's about embracing what makes you unique to spark genuine, original thought. So once you start building this new framework for yourself, something really cool starts to happen. You begin to unlock this incredibly powerful, natural engine of creativity and progress that, honestly, we all have inside of us. In this engine, it's fueled by something called the itch. I just love that term. It's that deep down curiosity, that craving to take action, that drive to create something new. It's more than just a goal or an ambition. It's like the voice of your own free will, pointing you directly toward the work that will actually feel meaningful to you. This way of thinking completely reframes something we all deal with, boredom, right? We're always taught that boredom is this empty void that we have to immediately fill with distractions, our phones, Netflix, whatever. But what if that's totally wrong? What if boredom isn't a void at all? What if it's actually a powerful signal that your amazing mind is ready and waiting for a worthy problem to solve? And this connects so perfectly to procrastination. I mean, the entire productivity industry seems built to make us force ourselves to do things we don't want to do. But this quote, it just cuts right through all that noise. Procrastination isn't about being lazy. It's a totally rational response to doing something that has no personal meaning for you. When you find that work that lights you up, you'll move mountains. The motivation just shows up. Okay, so you've started building your framework. You've tapped into your itch. So how do you actually express all this newfound originality out in the world? Well, the answer is as old as time itself, through your story. And this is such a profound idea. I mean, think about it. Our lives can feel so random and chaotic sometimes, but a story ties it all together. It creates your point of view. It builds your character. It is your identity. Your personal story isn't just some marketing gimmick, it's the very thing that creates meaning in your life. And right now, in the age of AI, our story becomes our single greatest advantage. It's our human differentiator. And AI can process insane amounts of data, sure, but it has no subjective experience, no qualia. That's the actual feeling of tasting coffee or the experience of seeing the color red. And AI has never lived or failed or loved. It has no authentic story. We do. And that is our fundamental, unshakable edge.
So this brings us right to the cutting edge. How do we take these uniquely human skills and thrive in a world where AI is getting more powerful by the day? The key here is to stop seeing AI as a threat and start seeing it as an incredible tool for leverage.
Let's be real, we should not be trying to compete with AI on processing data. That is a game we will lose. Instead, the future belongs to people with vision, with taste, with a strong point of view, people who can command the AI. Our role is shifting. We're no longer the machine. We're the visionary who tells the machine what to create. And guess what? The framework of understanding is designed to build these exact three skills. First, true creative thinking, that 0 to 1 spark of a new idea that an AI just can't come up with on its own. Second, refined judgment, so you can tell what's good and what's just AI-generated noise. And third, a deep, first principles understanding of a problem, which lets you guide the AI with precision and purpose. And this is exactly why all those blog posts sharing the top 10 AI prompts are completely missing the point. That's just more borrowed belief. It's like memorizing the answers for a test instead of actually learning the material. The real durable skill isn't knowing a prompt someone else wrote. It's understanding a problem so deeply that you can create the perfect prompt from scratch. And this quote from Steve Jobs just brings it all home, doesn't it? The world we live in, it wasn't built by gods or superhumans. It was made up by people. People who are no smarter than you, who just had the courage to think for themselves and build something original. And the most important part? You can do that too. You can change it. So after all of this, we're left with one final, very powerful question. And really, it's a call to action. You can keep consuming the stories and advice of others, or you can start building your own framework of understanding and become the author of your own life. The choice is yours. So what is the story you will choose to create?